in here,
All
you
right.
know, and let the good brother pull up and all of that when he get himself together and
Mm-hmm.
that cool shit, man. We are live. Let me see. I'm just waiting on the IG to pull up. We got a super duper dope episode for you guys tonight, right? So let me make this crystal clear for everybody that's on here. First and foremost, that's DJ Hamp, aka Knuckles, aka Well Haven, I mean my fault, gun waving.
Yo, man. Middletown. Salute the New Haven. Salute the Hartford. I love my nigga Truth. He be wilding, but y'all already know that.
So so tonight, right? Coming over to my YouTube channel. Tonight we got a great episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm actually racing against the clock because I told somebody I would pull up to their event. So we gonna do this, then we gonna do that. But we definitely got a dope episode for y'all tonight. And what's so dope about the episode? And this may not be for everybody, right? We are not talking about relationship advice tonight. I don't mind if it trickles into that, but I think that we are going to talk about something that is not talked about enough, right? We are going to talk about the street politics. We are going to talk about the prison politics. We are going to talk about 40-year-old, 50-year-old, guys with street ties and gangbangers and aspiring rappers and such. And it's just one of those things where I don't think that it's highlighted enough or talked about as enough. So we got some super duper dope topics. And yeah, I'm excited, man. How you feeling today, though, brother?
I'm feeling good, man. This is a blessing, you heard? I think this gonna be the conversation they need for sure. You know?
Yeah,
Got the
a- absolutely, absolutely. So are you facilitating it? I remember you were saying something to me. Which route
yeah.
you want?
I think it'd be dope, right? If I give my 2 cents when necessary, if I have something impactful to say. Otherwise, we got several questions that I think you and Smart are overqualified to answer. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so I think as opposed to me convoluting it too much, letting y'all give y'all takes, even if it's a civil discourse, I think it's gonna be uberly important to the people. You on mute, Truth. You muted yourself by accident.
Man, these are some words that are being used. I'm loving it, man. I want everybody to make sure you guys hit the likes. I want you to make sure you get everybody over here to hit the notifications. For everybody that's on the Instagram, come over to my YouTube channel right now. Nothing but the truth podcast, man. Get over here. Like I said, we're gonna have a super duper dope podcast tonight. I'm telling you right now. If you're midget minded, please skip out on this one tonight. Like this is for intellectuals. This live tonight is for people who can think past go. Smash the like button, like the super stickers are at the bottom of the screen, and just respect the platform, man. And if you guys have questions, thank you, Tanika. If you guys have questions, do not be afraid to chime in because whether you are man or woman, I'm not going to tell you that you don't know about the streets. I'm not going to be the one to tell you're allowed to definitely chime in. I would like it more if we do get the perspective from some women and things of that nature. For some reason, it's not letting me put my goals up. I don't know why it's doing that. But
That
anyway,
happens from time to time.
oh, does it?
Yeah, it happens. It'll glitch up for a day. Hey, Truth, we got a little bit of an echo too.
Really?
I'm not sure. I just
How
checked my
about
settings. I think I'm good.
it? Could
Oh,
be me. How about now?
mic check, mic check, mic check,
Mike,
mic check. Yep, yep,
yo,
yep.
boy,
Good.
it's still there.
Yeah. Nah, it's good.
Okay, cool. I had just probably it probably came when I ended up logging on my and everybody on Instagram, make sure y'all come over to the YouTube channel. We are building so until he get here though. What's on y'all mind tonight? Where is everybody calling from tonight? If you did not know, right? I want you guys to make sure you go grab my book. It just dropped. It's called True Accountability. The link is in the bio. Make sure y'all go get that. This is one of those books where yeah, it's one of them. It's one of them. It's going to trigger you. It's going to teach you. I also will be live in Kansas City, Missouri. I'll be live in Chicago. I will be live in Nashville, Tennessee. And to all Hamp people, thank y'all for being respectful towards me. If you guys want to curse me out, then I'm open for all the smoke, all the drama, and all of that. Just put your money where your disrespect is, and I'm all for it,
That's right.
for sure. For sure.
Let me tell them this, Truth. So as Truth spoke about, I got the echo again, Truth. Oh, as Truth was
As
speaking about, yeah, mic check.
check.
I don't know why it came back. Check, check, check. So it's going now. As Truth was speaking about, we got a limited time window today with three brothers who are uberly important. We got a lot of things to do. So I think at the very least, the we're gonna get a lot of questions, but the questions need to be at least $10 and up, just because we have a an acute timeline, right? So in order to make sure we kind of prioritize $10 and up, we'll do our best to make sure those questions get read as you listen through the conversation. All right. Salute. Thank you for all the support. But just in terms of the tight timeline, we got to build some parameters around it. And that's all. But yeah, man, it's a hell of an opportunity. I think y'all going to enjoy this for sure. You got it right, Truth?
So I really don't know how to fix it.
Mic check.
Mic check. You.
Yo. So it's going now.
I don't be hearing it. I don't be hearing it, but it could be me, like I said. But if it's like that at any time, I'm more than welcome to adjusting it, fixing it, or whatever. And yeah, we just waiting on a brother to land. I believe he's on his way. And and I'm excited about tomorrow as well. Like, let me not leave that out. Yeah, I'm actually bringing some talent up. I got some dope people. Make sure I hit the likes. Everybody go to.
You muted. Yeah, tomorrow, Truth muted. There you go. You back.
What's going on around here?
Tomorrow it's lit. You already know, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, whatever that is, Pacific. Nothing But the Truth podcast. If y'all missed last week as I did, I hope you as disappointed as I am. You heard the flu was kicking my ass last week, but y'all know we go up on Sundays, man. So make sure you be there, be square, and tell a friend, man. Somebody who usually not on the internet, give them the link, see what they think. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised how many people get drawn into this shit, though. You know what I mean? So both hands wash the other, both wash the face. Yeah, man.
Yeah. I'm sending him the link. Niggas always talking about Merkin. Listen, we are going to talk about the streets tonight. And listen, let me say this, right? Like the brother said, make the questions count. The brother will be pulling up really soon. We're going to introduce him. We're going to respect his platform. If you're not familiar with who he is or what it is that he does, I'm going to let him introduce himself. And I'm excited. I want to know the mindset of my followers, male and female. I just really want to know, how you guys feel about this street stuff. I want to know how you like, and we're going to really get into it because a lot of you may even be in relationships with men. For the women on my page, a lot of you might be in relationships with dudes that are really, really, really not what they proclaim to be. And so tonight you are really going to hear it from grown men, not men pretending to be men. These are men that have their own homes, own cars, on like people that really provide and protect. Like when they define the man on all these podcasts and things of that nature, I can speak for us too. We embody that, right? And so with that being said, make sure y'all stay tuned. Hit the likes. I believe the brother is coming in. Let me see. I sent the wrong freaking link.
The link you sent me worked.
Okay. No problem. And he might be there. Hold on. I just went over to my and for everybody, like I said, book just dropped, True Accountability. Super. I just saw a guy that looked like you in Houston is just blocking him for the inconsistency. You saw a guy that looked like who?
You.
Oh, okay, cool. Chicago in the building. I already know I'll be there. Oh, the Chicago show is almost and I just want to say thank you to every single one of you dudes. I'm bringing Hamp on one of these panels. Whatever. That's the thing. So let me tell you about Hamp. Hamp is probably one of the most laid back, non-starstruck people that I've ever met in life. And he actually has access to be on any panel that he chooses. All you got to do is say, bro, put me on. It's like literally that easy. And the funny thing is people that would kill to be on the panel or whatever. And he just like, I know, whatever. I just knocked him out. Whatever. Hey, did y'all see Hamp fight? Did y'all see Hamp fight? Who's seen that?
I don't think they see my fight. Maybe they did. It got like 10,000 views, so they might have seen it.
the last fight was the last fight was ridiculous. I'm glad that I actually got to see it because I'm playing around with Hamp a lot, and I've thought about actually throwing some jabs at him, but now I'm better. And so,
Yo, Truth, your mic. You got
hold on, let me adjust this.
what mic you using?
How does that sound?
Check, check. Say something.
Yo.
That's good. What mic is that?
That's not my mic. That's just the computer at this point.
Okay, you dumb close, so it sound pretty clear.
Okay, well, dumb close. Hey, fuck it. Then if it worked,
Yeah, we good. You good now because it was skipping a little bit. It's perfect.
so how y'all feel about the streets anyway? He said, "Why are big backs thinking they tens? You got to come over to the YouTube channel, man. You got to come over to the YouTube. You can't see who eyes. Cut it out, man. Hey, bro, are those hats for sale? Do you sell those?
I could get you the link, my man. Yeah.
Oh, you
Want me
don't.
to get
Okay,
you?
all right. Nah, I
No,
only
no.
support.
Oh.
So no, it's man. Listen, I love black business. This is what I tell you. I love supporting black businesses. I don't like supporting N-word businesses. So that's my thing. I love black people. I love but I don't like when people be like, yo, support my black business as if black makes it better, right? So that's one of the
Yeah.
things where you got to actually do good business. If you do good business, I'm all for it, man.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Yeah,
For
we just
sure.
waiting on a good brother. You know what, say less, man. But he definitely on his way. And I apologize. Maybe I was wrong for being on time, and I got to be mindful of that, right? Because that's one of those things where I'm always on time and I'm punctual, and sometimes that could be the difference on where you get in life. On some real shit though, like
Hmm.
and so that's one of the things where my grandmother always taught me that when you're late, I mean when you're on time, you're late.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, but so that's
That's it.
that. Yeah, so that's one of the things where, one thing about me, I am extremely you all gotta be on CP time more often. What is CP time?
Color
Oh,
people.
color people. Oh, yeah. So this is the thing. I can't be on color people time. It's just not in me. Like I'm literally a person that's hell bent on being on time. Is your
Yeah.
mic out? Y'all can't hear me? No, y'all can hear me. Y'all tripping. Y'all
That
can
was
definitely.
that was earlier. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah, well, this is the
Yo.
thing. It's not
Mhm.
even. Oh, go ahead. My fault. Hamp, you had
Nah,
something to
true.
say?
I was gonna expound on that. Color people time. We make a joke out of everything serious, and then we wonder why most people don't take us seriously. Because everything funny to us, right? And then we wonder why we get disregarded, dismissed, right? Joked about. All of us are people that they see on music videos and rap videos because we don't take nothing seriously, including being on time.
Talk about it. That's a fact.
But my
That's a
fault. What you about to say?
no. I'm listening, bro. I'm just taking everything in.
Yeah.
Pause. I'm just listening. Just yeah, man. We got to second that, man. We got to get better with time. We got to get better with appreciating people's time as well, because that's a major issue that I see a lot, especially with our people. And there's some people where you will really miss out on a dope opportunity because you want to be tardy. There's some people who feel like if you're a minute late, you're done, especially when we talking about money, when we talking about valuable people. And I'm not saying that there are invaluable people, but I'm talking about some people whose time may be just a pinch more valuable than yours, because like I said, at the end of the day, people got kids, people got businesses, people got all
Yeah.
types of other things, right, that they could be
Mhm.
dedicating their time to, or sleeping. One of my favorite things, I tell people, my time is blocked. So if I decide to let you into my blocked, like allotted time, I like you. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
deal with you.
Word. 100%, man. That it's yo. Even when I go into a restaurant and all that, truth. Oftentimes, when the person is black, standing from across from me, like the hostess,
Yeah.
they get a little bit casual, right? But I always lead with ma'am and sir. Because I think
Yes.
we're a little bit too casual with each other too. You know what I mean? Like we don't know one another, sir, ma'am, etc. So
I agree. No, I feel like a lot of customer service or like the art or the skill of it has been lost, right?
Oh yeah.
You walk into stores, people don't even speak to you anymore, or they look at you like what you here for, as if you're not supposed to not be aggressive, so to speak, but you should definitely show interest because I'm about to spend my money with you. This store does not exist without me. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm big on. As I can walk into a store and absolutely want something, and if the customer service is not to my liking, I would rather walk out, either go without it or go spend my money with somebody else.
100%. 100%. I mean, you see it, right? And it's funny how the low end stuff they treat you as such, right? But you go shopping at Bloomingdale's or Neiman, right? They walk up to you, got your own special. Oh, go ahead.
Well,
Good.
we in the building, man. What's the deal, brother? How you feeling?
I'm good. Trying to get this fucking camera together.
Take your time, Brody. Is no rush at all. Take your time, man.
This is the angle. Pause. It's good like this.
It's
Yeah,
good like
you crazy straight for sure. That's cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, damn.
No help, just hustle. Okay.
Nah, you good. Put that up. Put that up, smart, if you can. Can you put that up? What's that?
What?
The
you got like a light. Yeah, you kind of got like a light. That might be better.
It's clear. I don't know.
Clear,
I don't know what it looked like on your end, but it's crystal clear on our joint.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yep.
Crazy straight. Well, first and foremost, Brody, thank you for pulling up to the platform. If there's anybody who does not know who you are, can you let the people know who you are, where you from, and what it is that you do, brother?
They know who I am, man.
Oh,
they know who I am.
Okay,
you know,
say less. No introduction. Well, say less then, man. Well, we could get straight into, like I said.
I'm from home.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, cool. For sure. I can appreciate that, man. So, like I said, we're gonna have a dope episode tonight. Excited to have you here, man. I've caught up on some of your content. So I like to say that you seem as though you're an intellectual brother, man, by far. So I'm definitely excited to pick your brain, man. And just to see what your views are, man, on a couple of things, because I feel like there's this real I feel like our people are stuck. I feel like our people are trapped to a certain mindset. And so I feel like a lot of people don't even qualify to even have an opinion or feet like in the race or even in the conversation. And so I just want to start this off, right? And my first question to you would be, why do you believe that prison is glorified?
Okay, well, the prison, well, I had some notes too. Hold on.
Okay.
I got you right now. Hold on. Well, I think prison is glorified because it's somebody got their mic on. Is a fan in the background?
Nah.
I'll mute just in case.
Yeah. What the fuck's going on? Okay, so I think prison is almost like a self-destructive rite of passage, right? Created by the white man, our oppressors, to tap into that natural transition from boy to man, right? So prison for us becomes a rite of passage, and we have to be we have to be careful because it's in our nature to want to have situations or scenarios to help us go from boy to man, right? So we have to create a new rite of passage, a constructive, productive, purposeful rite of passage, such as leaving a home, getting your own apartment, going to college, achieving financial independence, starting a business, and acquiring skills, trades, and high levels of domestication.
So smart, you saying like prison is similar to us, like how the rite of passage was to the Spartans? You remember in 300 where they had to go out, hunt, come back as a man? How did we get that in our head just because the white man created it?
No, because we're in the system, right? So whether we want to acknowledge it or not, we still deal with white supremacy. We still deal with the after effects of slavery. Right?
Okay.
There's no fathers in the home. Nobody, if you ask, if we did a survey and we went around the ghetto and asked a bunch of young somebody's I don't know somebody's mic is
You hear something now?
no, it's good. Good. I
Okay.
think it's you. I think it's you. Th True first. I think it was your mic. Um. Okay. So there's no. What does it mean to become a man? Right. What does it
Hmm.
mean to become a man? A lot of fathers are not in their homes. A lot of fathers are strategically moved out of their homes. So we don't we don't get any type of education on what it's like to be a man.
I see what you're saying.
Hmm.
You still hear the noise? You good?
A little bit, but it's not as bad. Yeah, we're gonna work through it though.
So let me. I just want to be crystal clear. So you think that a lot of a bulk of the reason why I guess black men are looking at prison as like a rite of passage is because of the lack of fathers in the home?
No, I mean that plays a part of it. That's one of the things. But we're searching. When you go to prison, you got to man up, right? I've been to prison, right? You go to Rikers Island, you go to group homes, you go to they used to call it animal lessons, right? Rikers Island, C-74, and that became our rite of passage. When you go to jail and you come out, people think that you're tougher. They think you're stronger. It becomes it becomes it becomes I don't know what that mic is bothering me. I'm not even gonna lie.
I don't know why
Wait,
the
wait.
fuck I was doing that. That's like it's blowing me personally. Let me see. Is that better? Do you hear anything now?
All right, that's good. That's good.
All right, cool. I've never had this trouble. But go ahead though, brother. I apologize. But
No, it's all good. It's all good. So we don't have. Okay, so the most important thing is understanding that we deal with white supremacy. We're dealing with white supremacy. We're not. It's the slave. We're dealing with the same issues that the slaves dealt with on the plantation. It's just been elevated and revised. Okay, so when you go to prison, um, just when I respond, just try to mute your mic.
go ahead.
Your DJ Champ, ask the question again.
Yeah, no, I was asking you how did that become our rite of passage, something that they created? And you were saying how we still dealing with the same white supremacy that we were from the plantation to now. You're saying it's just a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit more covert now.
yeah. Because it's culture, it becomes conditioned, right? Like you. It's the same thing with the word nigger, right? Like how did the word nigger become a term of endearment? How did we take something that meant evil and try to make it seem like it was something that's positive? Prison. We don't have anything to represent a rite of passage. There's no specific thing that young black men, little black boys can point to say, if I do this, I'm a man. So
Okay.
we we were in search. We were in search of things to prove our masculinity, to prove our toughness, and prison became one of those things.
Okay. Okay. Understood. And do you draw a correlation from what you're saying from slavery from the 13th Amendment, right? Because, the 13th Amendment reads, you are free unless you are captive. And then I can put you back in chains. You think that's purposely done?
No, I mean, slavery never was abolished,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
So I want to go back to that thing with the prison. I don't want to jump, right? So
Okay.
prison is glorified because it's our perverted, self-destructive version of a rite of
Rite
passage.
of passage.
This is what you need to do to become a man. And every rite of passage that we go through, a lot of those rites of passages are negative, illegal by nature, right? So you gotta go sell drugs, you gotta go bust your gun, you gotta kill somebody, you gotta shoot somebody, you gotta cut somebody, you gotta rob somebody, right? All these things because we didn't have a clear, um, definitive image of what black masculinity was. What does it mean to be a black man? What does it mean to be a man? We wasn't taught. We were robbed of our masculinity. We were robbed of our authority in media, in the homes, in the government, in the system. So we didn't have anybody to look to say, okay, this is what being a man is like, other than the people that we saw outside, which
Yeah.
were criminals, drug dealers, hustlers, etc., etc.
Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Truth. Oh,
Yes,
oh,
sir. No, go
I
ahead,
would,
brother.
if you don't mind, I would like to hear your answer on that as well.
Why is prison glorified?
Yes, sir.
Oh man. So this is what you have to understand, right? And I'm not even going to go back to, slavery or any of that, but we can just deal in the current time.
Okay.
For some reason, we like to celebrate things that don't take a lot of effort, right? Like you get a lot of people who say things like, I'm standing on business, but in actuality, you're standing on brokenness, right? So you have to understand if violence is celebrated in the hood, like the brother said, masculine, the false masculinity anyway, the anger, the aggression, I could beat you up, I could stump you out, I can end your life. These are things that are celebrated in the hood, right? So a lot of us felt like going to prison was like going to college, and like Little Dirk said, I believe catching a body was like getting a Grammy in the hood. Like these are things that we applauded, right? The bad things, we're actually picked on in the hood for being smart or being educated or being somebody that's willing to talk through a problem. Why is prison educated? Because you got more of our people going to prison than going to Harvard or ending up famous or ending up rich. And so it's one of those things where I think our people are normalizing things that just aren't normal. It's easy to go to prison, right? And I want to just switch gears because like I like the glorified topic. I think that I really wanted to talk to Smart Guy because he's a guy that has been incarcerated like me. I've been seeing these posts and they really grind my gears because I was a kid, 18, charged for a double homicide. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where I feel like everybody talks this prison stuff, and we about to get into prison politics. Everybody talks this old prison shit, this PC, this like everybody stumping the yard like they're in the mix when they're in these prisons, and they lying and they capping. One thing that we know for the most part, right? And I've never been to Rikers Island, but one thing that we know for the most part, you kind of stay out of sight. You could kind of breeze through, right? But then for the most part, though, there's a lot of jail politics in prison that people don't talk about, right? And one of the things that's respected in prison is money, and the other thing is violence. And so if you've been there, you know that if you have enough money, then this buys influence and protection. And if jokers know that you'll bust their head, they're also extremely selective with the way that they carry you, whether you're a rat, whatever it is that they want to classify you as. So I think that I just wanted to kind of switch gears because I feel like you got a lot of dudes acting as if they're glorifying prison, but a lot of dudes don't talk about how they only and there we go. I apologize, brothers. They only glorify prison because prison is the best life for a lot of these men. Prison is the first time you have 5 sneakers lined up under your bed. Prison is the first time you're actually eating 3 meals a day. Prison is actually saving a lot of these dudes versus dudes like me, where prison held me hostage. I was winning out here, out in the real world. I was out here having my way in the real world. So I think that people glorify it just like they glorify being street niggas because it's easy to do. It's hard to get out here and actually figure it out and excel past the streets. I apologize for being long-winded too. Go ahead.
No, you good. I think so. I think it's a third thing. It's a third thing too that's important as well, which is you got money, you have violence, but you also have charisma. People respect charisma in prison as well, right? I think I don't want to go like all these things. All these things are connected, right? Because we're dealing with white supremacy. Okay. So we're dealing with white supremacy, and because we're dealing with white supremacy, there's different weapons and different strategies that the white man uses to get rid of us, right? So when we talk about prison, right? We weren't allowed sympathy, empathy. There was no global sympathy for what we did, right? What we went through. We're still Mike. I don't know what I don't know. I don't know if
I'm muted. That ain't me. I'm muted. It ain't me. I'm muted. Super muted.
Yeah. All right, fuck it. All right, we got to just thug it out. Everybody watching this, the feedback is fucking with me, but I'm gonna work through it. Listen, so we're not allowed sympathy, empathy. We never had global sympathy. We're still affected by slavery, and we still deal with white supremacy, right? So the so-called Jews still talk about the Holocaust, right? Hitler been dead, gone, right? But we still dealing with um a thousand. We still dealing with we still dealing with we still dealing with 1,000 Hitlers. And as soon as you talk about the white man, something wrong with you. We are still affected by slavery. Okay, so when you go to prison, is just a part of white supremacy. So you on the street, you still listen. White supremacy, you deal with it in prison, you deal with it on the street, etc., etc. Okay, now a lot of people like to sensationalize their time in prison. Okay, prison. Prison is, I mean, you can find yourself into some trouble, you can avoid trouble, you can get murdered, or you can just do your time and get the fuck up out of there. Yeah.
White
Yeah.
white supremacy. So even in damn. So in 2026, do you think that we are still feeling the effects of slavery, even in today's present time?
Check it out. Yeah, this is why it's so important. This is why it's so important to keep your foot and your finger pointing at the white man. See,
Mm.
the Jews never let nobody forget what Hitler did to them, even when it was over, right? When you look at the current Trump administration, when you look at the executive orders that are being passed, these things are affecting only black people. They're not when when you think about how the Ku Klux Klan used to ride around on horses in black neighborhoods, right? Police do it now. You don't see police riding around in white neighborhoods, Chinese neighborhoods, Indian neighborhoods, just hopping out, killing people, shooting people. We deal with, and it's it's not just the aggressive racism, it's the dependency on the government. So what nobody wants to talk about, you got to mute your mic, bro. Just mute your mic. Because it feel like I gotta yell over a speaker saying.
You might got to reboot your joint because we don't never had this issue. So I don't know what's going because nobody's saying they have any issues but choose. Maybe you should come out and come back in. Pause. Yeah. 'Cause I want to bring him up because I actually want to talk about that. Because I have strong views on still blaming white people in 2006. And so hopefully you can get back to that view that we are really still putting the blame on the white man in 2026.
Yeah, that's a good. And so there's a question, truth, that we always come across on the panels is they would call this a victim mentality. So I want to get both y'all thoughts on that. They would call what Smart is saying a victim mentality as it pertains to 2026. So I want to get y'all thoughts on what what his thoughts are, what your thoughts are on that. Yeah, because you was muted and I was muted, truth, and it was sounding nobody could hear anything.
Yeah, it's never an issue. Hopefully he can click that link and get back in here because I would really like to talk about that. I'm sending you the link too. It's only 23 minutes away from me.
Okay.
Or whatever. Yeah, but I really because we out soon as we
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I'm just trying to send this to you. Yeah, I wish he could come anyway. So I don't know where the brother went at. But as far as you,
go ahead.
Because I don't think that. Yeah, as far as like giving to say, no, I gotta wait because I just want him to be here.
Yeah,
I don't even want it to. Come back.
Yeah, 100%. That's what I'm saying. I don't even want to do too much talking now while he's not here. You know what I mean? We want the thoughts to be heard. Yeah, so we can get it.
Ask me another question, brother. That way we can keep the show rolling, and then we'll pick up where we left off.
100%. There's a question I did want to ask y'all. Even though he didn't let his origin story be known, what make y'all two qualified to talk about the street shit, gangster shit? Who's unqualified to do so?
I'm cracking up. Wow. So this is what I'll tell you, right? So you know what the gag is this, bro, and I'm just gonna be as realistic as I can possibly be.
Like always.
I don't talk about the street stuff
Mm-hmm.
only because if I was to speak about it, for one, I don't glorify. For one, I was able to evolve past it, right?
Yeah.
But the reason why I don't talk about the street shit is because realistically, the streets is a fucking joke. The streets is the only world that is harder to pass than anything else in the world, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I am big on not speaking about the street stuff, but what I will say is this, right? Gangster, because that's the word that you used, right? Remember earlier when I was talking about how people love to be street guys because it's easy to be broke, it's easy to be dumb, it's easy
Mm-hmm.
to be violent, it's
Mm-hmm.
easy to be aggressive, it's easy to run away from your problems, it's easy
Mm-hmm.
to hold on, let's see if the bro can you hear us clear, bro?
I can hear you.
Is no
You hear the
interference,
back?
right?
Yeah.
Huh?
Is there any interference on the mic?
No, it's good.
Let's fucking go. Let's damn. I was getting ready to fucking cook too. Damn. We were talking about white supremacy though. Let's definitely get. So I was
Oh
saying,
no. Yeah, I remember. Hold on. Let me say this last thing, right? So the effects. So you was asking me, are we still affected, right? Like, do we still deal with these things, right? So we deal with a dependency of, like, we're dependent on the government. So that's one of the biggest. That's one of the biggest things that we have to deal with in terms of slavery. Even can y'all hear me clear?
Yeah, Smart. Are you talking through your car audio? It's talking
Yeah.
directly through the phone, right? No, make the audio go only through
oh,
the
you
phone,
gotta
not
talk
through
through
the
your
car.
phone, big homie.
Not through the car. Turn off the car Bluetooth and go directly from the phone mic and speaker.
All right, hold on.
Yeah. Yup. Hit the gear shift and you should be able to select the phone audio or something like that.
Yeah, I'm like, that shit sounded
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fighting
we'll
with
be
his
back
Bluetooth.
once he get off of there. And damn, I'm like, fuck it, that's cool. Yeah, as soon as he get off, your folks funny as shit in the comments.
What they said?
They just
Nah,
saying turn off the Bluetooth. Yep. But we'll be able to clean it up and all that, take out these spots, so you're good.
yeah, for sure. Because I definitely want to. I want to get into this conversation for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna
For sure.
this shit is fucking cool though.
Yeah, it's definitely through his car. So yo, Smart, you just hit turn the Bluetooth off altogether. That should fix it.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Yep. Grab the
trying
top
to
right hand corner, slide down. You should be able to hit the Bluetooth off.
Nah, I did.
Oh, okay.
But it CarPlay should be like,
Yeah, the CarPlay shit.
Oh, but while we waiting on him, so I'll keep going. So yeah, so you asked me about the street stuff and who qualifies. Well, first and foremost, right? When we hear the word gangster, right? Because that a lot of people get away from what that is and what that means, right? A lot of people think because they are stuck in poverty that means that they're. Can you hear me?
Yes.
A lot of people have the false belief because they're stuck in poverty that they're a gangster. And that's not what a gangster is. A lot of people think because they're aggressive or that they have a pistol or take a life. And that is not what a gangster is. So when you were asking me about the qualifications of what a gangster got money. Respectfully, a gangster family is put up. Respectfully, a gangster is eating good. A gangster is not even somebody real, for the most part, that's even accessible. if that would make sense, right? So I think that over the years, our people actually have moved the goalpost with what exactly being a gangster is, so that everybody could feel as though, you know, they were involved in what's actually going on. But where I'm from, if you ain't got no money, we not trying to hear nothing you talking about, straight like that. And that violent shit only is applicable if accessible. And one thing about money, money makes you not accessible. You get enough money, you can put yourself up in the hills. You get enough money, you are in communities where you could even come with the nonsense. But 9 times out of 10, those police come quick in the white neighborhoods, respectfully. And so, with that being said, there will be a lot of people who will really get upset with this. But all of that broken gangster don't go together. All that broken not being properly taken care of, haircuts, dress game, top. Oh my fault. I think we back. Is we back?
I think so. You say something smart? It's chopping a little bit.
Can you
Talk
hear me
a
now?
little bit more.
Okay,
Yes.
there we go. There we go. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay,
Yeah,
we
okay.
good. We good to go.
Sound
All right,
good
let's
then.
go ahead.
Yes, smart. You got the floor. You remember what you were saying?
Oh no, okay, so let me take it back from the top, right? We're dealing with white supremacy, right? So we talked about let me just do a quick little recap. We don't have the black man was moved from his position of authority. So we didn't have anybody to set out clear, definitive examples of what it is a man, what it takes to be a man, right? And a lot of us didn't see our fathers in the home. We didn't have the fathers in the home, right? And when we talk about still being affected by slavery, one of the biggest effects that we deal with is dependency, right? We're still dependent on our oppressor's government. We're still dependent on their hospitals, their banking systems, their legal systems, right? And their interpretation, their interpretation of religion, right? Their holidays, like we don't control anything. We don't produce anything in America. We don't own farms. We don't have our own military. We don't have our own import export businesses. We don't have our own planes, right? We don't have shit. And that's directly because of slavery. Now, we built over thousands of cities in America. But they like to highlight Black Wall Street, but there were thousands and thousands of cities. And we had our own banks, we had our own railroad systems, we had our own boats, and we were trying to get into planes and stuff like that, right? Um, but all those cities were blown up and destroyed by the government. Okay, so and because we don't have any leaders, or a lot of our leaders are cowards or traitors, or don't have race loyalty, they're not loyal to our race. They don't they accept the handicap, and they don't talk about slavery. They don't blame the white man for not giving us reparations. They don't blame the white man for the legal system. They don't blame the white man for nothing. If you mention the white man, you're talking about some boogeyman and something wrong with you. But the Jews were able to constantly remind their next generation about Hitler, about the Holocaust. So they say never again, never again. Right? So if you don't study or remember the past, you're doomed to repeat it. So this is why we're still repeating some of the disadvantages that happened back then now.
Okay. Truth, you on mute. Yep. No, you Truth, because you remember you had a response to that, but then Smart had dropped off to fix his microphone. But you on mute though.
Okay, so everything good. We good. We crystal clear. So for me, and I can speak about me. I can't speak for every black man. I wouldn't try. I'm from Philadelphia, West Philadelphia to be exact. And I'm gonna be honest. Anything that I've ever went through, these were choices. These were choices that I made, right? Like even down to selling drugs, right? I may have not liked my upbringing. I may have not liked the fact that we were going without things. but it was a conscious decision that I made, because I'm not going to lie, I did have drug dealers on my corner, right? But I did have uncles who were also handymen. I also had uncles who got up and worked for the bus company, which is SEPTA, right? Like, I seen different, but I made a conscious decision to go to the path that was more enticing, so to speak. And like I said, I can speak for me as far as being suppressed by the white man or having effects of slavery. I can't say that I've experienced that, only because I like I said, that the life of crime that I chose, I did it. Now, do I think that a lot of the laws are just, and do I think that they're in our favor? Absolutely not. But these were decisions that I actually made. And then my thing is, I feel like we have a lot of choices to make, because I didn't grow up with a father neither. I didn't. My father was non-existent. And I'm not going to lie, when I did go to prison, what I was able to do was learn the mannerisms of, I was able to take mannerisms from every man that I kind of looked at and kind of idolized and said, you know what, this is how a man is supposed to be, right? A man is supposed to be loyal. A man is supposed to be brave. A man is supposed to be, which is most important, an individual thinker, right? And I don't mean, like I said, to get off topic, but I don't believe that our people, and I don't want to say that's too many people. I think a lot of people use slavery as a crutch. I think that a lot of people are looking for a way to have something to complain about instead of putting the work in. I think that
truth. What I want you to understand, right? What I want you to understand, right, is you have to, before you're, but I don't know you, right? But just hearing how you're saying or you're reacting to it, you may not be aware of certain things, right? Okay. So when we go to school, a child's learning curve is the shortest between the ages of 0 to 7. When you go to school, when you went to school, who was in charge of that school? Who runs the board of education? Okay. So what the white man was able to do, one of the greatest tricks the white man did was convince is, that he doesn't exist, right? He made racism the boogeyman. He made racism invisible. He made it to where it's like it don't even exist. Look, you would like to believe that you chose to do that, but when you was in 3rd grade, what was the curriculum? You mentioned the justice system. You don't pass laws. A black man doesn't hire. A black man doesn't fire. We don't pass laws. We don't have no power, no authority, no nothing. And nobody teaches us what it means to be black. Nobody teaches us what it means to deal with racism. The last time you bought groceries, did you did you get it from your farm? Did you grow your food? When you get sick, where do you go? Right? So we talk about dependency. And then when you're talking about there's a reason why, and I understand your response, but I want to give you more information. It's something called cognitive behavioral therapy. Thoughts, feelings, behaviors. And then there's also a psychological effect that chemicals have on the mind when it's digested through the food. So what the white man was able to do was he put race-specific biochemical chemicals and ingredients in the food that leads to dementia, diabetes, autism, homosexuality, hypoaggression. He put synthetic versions of crystal meth, crack, cocaine, steroids in the marijuana. Okay, he puts the same thing in alcohol that made a lot of brothers what's that word, sterile, so they couldn't have babies, right? So we don't even understand what racism is and what white supremacy is. So now we've been so desensitized, and I'm gonna pass the mic, but I want to just touch on, because it's a lot. It's not like you could just, it's not as simple as it may seem, like get up and do it yourself. We suffer from generational self-hate. It's an intense, persistent, destructive dislike of oneself, disregarding care, neglecting personal well-being, refusing self-compassion or empathy. We are conditioned to hate ourselves. We are conditioned to say, oh, well, it's just your fault. Nobody's trying to kill you. You have all the opportunity in the world. In reality, you don't. you're not going to have all the opportunity in the world without resistance because you're black. So
go ahead. So I hear that, right? And so let me
Philly, so you mentioned being in Philly, right?
Yes,
do
sir.
you know do you know that they target the ghetto, they target predominantly black communities with aggression, police brutality, with drugs, with lack of employment? Why is Philly so violent? It's not in our nature. It's not in our nature to kill each other. It's not in our nature. You know how much opportunity. How much opportunity is really in the ghetto? How much job opportunity? How many brothers are prepared mentally to even, enter the job force? But go ahead.
Okay, so let's get into it. I like this. And like you said, I'll let you land your plane. Let me get a full thought off if you don't mind, right?
I got you.
Let me just say this, right? So once again, I know that I'm different. I don't expect for people to be as accomplished as me, as financially stable as me, and to be, like I talked about, being an individual thinker. Right, me as a black man in America, being from West Philadelphia, what I can tell you is that, are the opportunities plentiful? No, but they are there. Another thing that I can say is, like we talked about this earlier, I feel like a lot of our people, we want to take the easy route. Plumbing is a booming industry. Right before they oversaturated CDLs, booming industry, HVAC, the opportunities are absolutely there, but people are choosing to be stuck and be prisoners of comfortability. Now, what will I say? I'm a white. The first man to ever rob me was a black man. The first man to ever steal from me.
Give me a second. Let me shift gears. Because
you gotta let me. I'll let
I got
you go.
I got you, because it seems like we going on a debate. I thought we were,
it's a conversation.
I got you.
And it works both ways, though.
No, I got you. I'm gonna shift gears. No, I got you. Go ahead.
For smart, I think because we got 400 people in the building, we just got to let them finish that thought because it is a bill.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I don't want to feel like, if I feel like, listen, a debate is fine, right? I'm thinking, first of all, I thought this was an interview, so it's not an interview.
So anyway, so we appreciate the brother for coming up. I appreciate his energy. I love his energy. I gotta run my movie the way I run my movie. And I'm just trying to have an intellectual conversation. And I apologize for everybody's time. I said, like, I apologize for everybody. Let me finish it. Could you ask the rest of the questions? Let's get the people what they came for, please.
Okay. Yeah. Well, finish that thought. So you were simply saying that the first worst that happened to you were by a black man.
And I know for a fact that it's because of proximity, right? I know for a fact it's because I was around nothing but, my people, right? So now what we'll do, right, is we'll go a little bit further into, and thank you so much, brother, for coming up. It's all love. I wish you the best with everything you got going on. Let me say that crystal clear, but I never wanted to be an argument or a debate. Now, that is no different, right? If I would have if I was in proximity with all white people, right? I'm pretty sure I would have fought a white man, right? I'm pretty sure things would have happened because all I did was grow up around white men, right? Let me be crystal clear about this. I will not give our people a safe space to use slavery. I will not give our people a safe space to still use slavery in 2026, right? Where we have things like social media. Do you know how many black millionaires social media has created? Do you know how many black millionaires there are in the world? Do you know how many black entrepreneurs there are in the world? There are a whole bunch of them. You are a black entrepreneur. I am a black entrepreneur. So for me to say that slavery or the white supremacy is something that is holding me back, it could not be further away from the truth for me and the people that I've seen. Like I said, and I take full accountability. You have to understand, I'm a 40-year-old man. Anything that I've done, it was a conscious decision by me. It was a conscious decision by me to do it. I didn't sell drugs because of white supremacy. I sold drugs because I said, you know what? I want some money and I want some easy money. And I don't want any accountability. I don't want no schedule. I don't want any structure. So of course there would have been easy ways to get it, but I wanted it fast and I wanted it in a hurry for sure.
Okay. Truth, would you say that you are special? You're an outlier?
Yes, I would like, but let me say, I would like to believe that I'm special. Yes, I would like to believe that.
Okay, yeah. So I think that you have a unique set of traits, especially like charisma, as an example, right? You
Yes,
could
sir.
talk your way out of just about anything, right? And so if people don't have these same blessings bestowed upon them, what are they more likely to get caught up in, though? See, you could get yourself out of a jam. Are most men in those dire situations built like you? And if so, what do they get subject to?
So this is what I'll say,
Okay.
right? Um, I learned very early in life what my strengths were and what my flaws were, right?
Okay.
And when I tell you I learned very early in life what my strengths were and my flaws were, I actually, it was literally one of those things where even though my gift of gab was a gift, it's duality there, right? Because
Oh
I
yeah.
can talk myself out of a gang of shit, but I've also talked myself into a gang of
Fact.
shit as well, right? And so I
Hmm.
think that people, instead of running away from what their strengths are or for what their weaknesses are, I think that people really, really need to look in the mirror and tell themselves, this is what I'm good at. This is who I am. This is the capacity. A lot of people are afraid of growth. Me, I was not afraid of going outside, right, and really, really experimenting. I think that an experimental phase is something that needs to be implemented for sure.
Okay. Okay. Okay, 100%. Yeah, because I'm just thinking about, what do you think about things are being systematically and structurally done to black people to this day? Do you just disagree with that?
So this is what I'll tell you, brother.
Okay.
I'm not that. I'm not in that world, right?
Hmm.
I'm not
Hmm.
in the world of politics. I am not in the. So I'm once again, I'm an entrepreneur, bro. What I say, do I think that the white man is in charge of taxes and all LLCs and all of that? Absolutely. Do I think that they got their hand in our pocket? Absolutely. What I will say is that I don't believe that they're into the systematic destruction that people are claiming. Like it's just systematically set up for us to fail. I don't believe, not in today's society. I don't believe that.
Okay. Okay. So you think largely we making decisions and choices to put ourselves in negative situations?
Why do we act as if there's not broke ass poverty stricken white people? Why do we act like it's not broke ass poverty stricken Mexican people? Why are we acting like all uh all white people are rich? Why are we acting like all white people are great? Why are we acting like all white people drive Benzes? They don't. Why are we acting like we are the only race that is systematically just a target on us to just shoot us down and hurt us and kill us? That's not realistic. They're all walks of life. All walks of life. Life is really what you make it to a certain extent. We are making it seem as though the white man just has our his head on our heads. If that's the case, if it was such a systematic thing, or if these people were just out to destruct us, why not just kill us before we ever born? Why not just kill us before we ever born? If they're in control of the hospitals, right? They're in control of the medicines. You know, when you have a baby, to give you the K shot and all of that. Why shouldn't that just boop knock us? Because who could do something if they're in control, and which they are to a certain extent, right? But if these people hate our existence in America, why let us be here? Why let us have any jobs? Why let us have anything of power? Why are there white homeless people, right? You talked about crystal meth. And I don't know any black people that smoke crystal meth. But go ahead, though. My fault, brother.
No, Kensington look crazy though. That's for sure.
That's heroin. That's heroin.
That's heroin only.
That's heroin, brother. That's North Philadelphia. That's heroin, good brother.
Okay. Okay.
Big heroin.
Okay. So let me ask you just a straight question, right? Because it's kind of spin off of what was said. Do you think racism exists still?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And this is the thing, right? People have to not forget that people fear things that they don't understand, right? We naturally gravitate to people that look like us. Rather you're white and I'm white, or you're black and I'm black, right? Because when I see you, I see a little bit of me in you, right? And then you have to understand the thing about racism. Not only do people tend to be afraid of things that they don't understand, racism is also a programming thing, right? Because you got lily white people that love and worship everything that black people do. This is what I'll tell you, what tricks me. And I don't even like to get onto the racism stuff. This is what I like to tell you, right? This is crazy. This is going to blow your minds, right?
Talk your shit.
People always talk about this so-called hatred for the white man and blah 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 and what they did and bop boop and what and this that and the third, right?
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard a white man say we bringing him to the cookout. I've never heard a white man say we bringing him to the Klan meeting. Our people are the most acceptance of white people in their antics and dancing like us and singing. Do you know, Hamp, that you can make a hit rap record right now while loading the gun, while playing with a violin with your toes and your own people? Man, that shit ain't even like that. A white boy could come sing off tune, not even do it good, but have a slick back and imitate the culture. He'll go platinum. He's loved in the hood. He's on every couch in the hood. Our people are the blame for the way that we're living and the way that we treat each other, unfortunately.
Yeah, I hate that shit. That shit scuffs my Timbs more than anything, right? You remember, you know what's a great depiction of it? White man can't jump. Remember? He made a two-handed dunk and everybody went wild while niggas was windmilling some more shit.
Ain't that
Right?
something?
That's that Stockholm syndrome, right? You want the praise of the people who had you downtrodden at the very least at one point, you know?
Yes. But it's literally just one of those things where it is a crab in a bucket mentality. Even when we talk about drug dealing, right? Like, so we can say that the white man put the drugs in the neighborhood, which I'm not. I'm not in disbelief with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who made other black men start robbing other black men? Like, did a white man come say, "Hey, you know, your brother over there getting too much money, go rob him"? Fuck no. Like, people forget that we have a brain, and it's an individual brain. Nobody's in your head, right? Who said go tie his mom, his dad up and kill him for that drug money? Your people, our people. No one walks you to a liquor store, respectfully, because I don't drink nor smoke. No one walks you to a liquor store, right? And says, yo, you better drink this. I've never seen a white man walk a black man to the liquor store and say, drink this white man poison. Have you seen that?
No.
These are conscious decisions that people are making. And I am a person, right? Statistically, I am supposed to be dead or in jail, Hamp. I grew up to a crack addicted mother, Hamp. I watched my mom get shot in front of me when I was 6. I watched drugs. I've been abandoned. I've been shot. I've been stabbed. I have over 18 years inside of the prison system. If anybody's supposed to fail, Hamp, it's supposed to be me. But once I woke up and I realized, bro, I'm doing this shit to me. No one is doing this shit to me, bro. Anything that I've ever done in life, except for getting shot multiple, I did that to me, bro. I inflicted that pain on me, bro. Do you know how many of us can get ahead, right? Because a gang of us can get ahead. But the gag is we have so much influence as black people that if you told a black man, hey, look, I do not want you to wear any designer. I do not want you to have any European cars. I do not want you to get your hair cut for a year. It's the brokest people that have the least amount of discipline. You'll live in a poverty-stricken neighborhood where crack sales is going and this, that, and the third, and be like, I ain't got ish, but my baby's got the ghetto fabulous shit, that the N-word stuff that we like to talk about. You're ghetto fabulous and you're stuck in poverty because you want to be. Let's talk about the advantages of welfare. Right? Because you got all of these people that are on Section 8 with $1 rent and you can't get ahead. The white people be mad. That's why the Africans don't even respect the American African. The Jamaicans don't respect the American African. Why? They look at us like less of men because they feel like we lazy as fuck. And I agree.
They said that?
You're fucking right. The Africans look at us like we lazy, bro.
Well, that's the thing, right? They say that. They say that from Jamaica and all that. Have you seen their countries?
You know
shit
what?
Floating down the street, impoverished as hell, broke as shit. So it's often, it's a lot of pot kettle type shit. Especially, because I've been, a few different places. So oftentimes they come through talking that shit, but when you look at their downtrodden countries, it ain't nothing to write home about.
This is what I say.
But I catch your drift though.
Do you feel like their opportunities over there are like over here?
No, I don't think that they have the same opportunities. However,
yes, sir.
However, what they've been handed, they've done shit and piss with it. Is all I say, right? Okay. So just but nevertheless, the message isn't lost, right? That we have opportunity that we need to build upon, right? I think that's the overarching point that you was making. So I accept that. You know,
we gotta go.
yeah, we
And
gotta
it
go.
didn't go the way that I thought it was, and maybe we could revisit this.
Yeah.
And like I said, one thing about me, I'm not a corny dude. I'm not like a backstabbing dude. So let me make this crystal clear. A lot of people think that, like, about removing bro. Thank you for coming up. If he's watching, he's somewhere here watching. I appreciate your time, brother. We just got a certain way that we run our movie, and we run our platforms with big respect. And if we can't have an open conversation, then it's just, it just can't be. I got to respect his panel and his followers. I got to respect my panel and my followers. We will be here Sunday. Hamp, I'm on my way, bro. Or we out.
All right, let's get it, man. Salute, man. Y'all be safe and see y'all tomorrow.